So this right here is the 7-piece slim knife set from Wusthof under their Ikon line. It normally comes with a nice little block, but I don't have that with me right now. However, since pretty much that entire talk would be, this is a nice little block, next step, you guys can just look up pictures of that and we can move forward and talk about the actual important portion, which you would probably want more advice and sort of help with. This set includes an 8-inch chef's knife, which is the workhorse of the kitchen. It includes an 8-inch bread knife, which is serrated, so it can cut through bread easily and cleanly. It includes a 5-inch serrated utility knife. They also call it a sausage knife for some reason. A 5-inch hollow ground santoku knife, which is actually one of my favorite types of knives. A 3.5-inch paring knife. You actually hold it like this, I always say, and you feed food into it and use it to peel and to break down foods into smaller pieces. Think about broccoli or something along those lines, as well as a set of breakaway kitchen shears for easy cleaning, and also, like I said, an actual block. So this includes a lot of different knives that are actually really nice. I love the fact that it includes a santoku knife. I love the fact that it has a serrated utility knife, so that way you actually have a knife that works differently than the actual chef's knife. It's a very, very nice set, and it comes in a lot of different things that you're going to probably find extremely useful. With that said, let's talk about exactly what the Ikon line is. The Ikon is the flagship knife line by Wusthof at the moment, and probably for a long, long, long time. The funny part is that compared to the classic line, it's 90% the same knife. It uses the same steel, it has the same edge. There are just some very subtle differences in blade geometry which make it nicer to use, and obviously a completely different handle that makes it amazingly, amazingly better to use. And let's discuss it. The knife uses their proprietary 58 hardness steel, which is right in the middle of the spectrum, and that means you get the best of both worlds. On the one hand, it's hard enough to where you don't need to worry about sharpening and honing the knife that often, but on the other hand, it's soft enough to where you don't need to worry about being too careful with the knife and it chipping and cracking under normal use. On top of that, the knife has an insane 14-degree cutting edge, which, if you guys don't know much about the cutting edges of different knives, Shun, which is generally regarded as one of the sharpest normal production knives, is only a 16-degree cutting angle, which means this is 2 degrees thinner of an angle on either side, which makes it insanely sharp. And the nice thing is that since it has that 58 hardness metal, that blade is going to last a long, long time without needing to be resharpened. The knife is forged and handmade in Germany, and it has a full tang that's actually completely visible, and it also has this gorgeous extra massive material on the bottom, which not only looks nice, but adds a nice heft and a nice weight, which makes it sort of meld into your hand as you're using it. On top of that, the actual handle, I've said this many times before, it's obvious they spent a lot of time, money, and energy actually designing this handle, because whichever way you hold it, it fits in your hand perfectly, and further than that, it actually feels like an extension of your entire hand into the actual tip of the blade, which I like a lot. You don't get tired when you're using it. The only decision you need to make when getting an Ikon is what type of handle you want, which is a really nice thing for them to offer you. You can get this black handle, which I like a lot. You can get a cream-colored handle, which pops in the kitchen a little bit more, or you can get the limited edition Blackwood handle. And Blackwood is a very, very nice, beautiful grained, really, really, really dark brown wood actually. It comes from Africa and it's very tightly controlled. And the thing is that only a couple of pieces get out a year, and Wusthof grabs them up and uses them to make the handles, and because of that, they're very, very limited edition knives. So if you want the best of the best of the best of the best, that's the knife you would want to get. Otherwise, I'll put a link down to these below, and if you like German-style knives, these are going to be an amazing, amazing addition to your collection. Let me know if you guys have any questions or comments or concerns, but otherwise I will talk to you very soon. So this right here is the 7-piece slim knife set from Wusthof under their Ikon line. It normally comes with a nice little block, but I don't have that with me right now. However, since pretty much that entire talk would be, this is a nice little block, next step, you guys can just look up pictures of that and we can move forward and talk about the actual important portion, which you would probably want more advice and sort of help with.